3 Miami Marlins franchise. So obviously you just saw me get walked off on. Not a good feeling, but it is what it is. So I think what I'm going to do is I kind of laid out where everything is, the last episode. Really nothing, way out of sorts. The one thing I try and keep an eye out for is who am I going to have to re-up after the year's over. Rosenthal, but I think he's might be gone. Unless he just has an absolute rock solid year, even better than last year, and he had a really good year last year. I might let him walk, just because it's too much money, and I'm really trying to build for the future and whatnot. So that might be out of the question. Chase Anderson, again, depending on how much money he is. If he's anything under 7 or 6, I will pay that, and I'll bring him back onto the team. Like right now, he wants 2-4. That's perfect. I mean, he'd be basically the front of the rotation guy. Unless he has an absolutely brutal year. I can't even talk. Brutal year this year. Then obviously, probably gonna let him walk. Same thing with Maben. I re-upped him after last year. He had a pretty good year last year, so 24 stolen bags. Basically, our leadoff hitter did pretty well for us. Again, if he has a pretty good year, might consider it. It also depends on who I draft and how everyone else is looking coming up through the system in the outfield. Escobar, this might be Escobar's last year. Again, he had a monster year last year. I think it was basically pretty much a career year, I think. So, it all depends. If he has a career year again, which I doubt he will, possibly. But we'll see. Chris Owings, I do like him because he can play so many positions. He's versatile. He is going to be a free agent after this year. He kind of is like a Diedrich, and I already have a Diedrich. So those two might be in competition for my, just all-around, just dirtbag kind of guy coming off the bench. Really, everyone else, I mean, it's just all in the up in the air at this point. I mean, I like the position we're in. We really don't have any major players that have to get re-upped. Like an Altuve or a Brantley or an Olsen. Like a lot of those guys still have a couple more years to go, which is extremely nice. Gives us a lot of flexibility, and yeah, I'm excited for the future. So I think what I might do is we have 64 days to the draft. So I'm gonna make this episode you're gonna watch all the way up until that draft. So there probably isn't gonna be a whole lot of playing. I'm really going to try to explain things on how I set my lineups, how I set my rotations, really paying attention to all the finer details, all the statistics that a lot of people just look over. They're like, oh, this guy's hitting a lot of home runs. Yeah, he's going to be our 4-hole hitter. A lot more goes into it. A lot more goes into the rotation. Coordinating with your minor league teams, especially, now that we're kind of getting more and more guys in the minor leagues who are, about ready to come up, about ready to advance from AA to AAA and whatnot. So keeping an eye on everything and moving it forward. But like I said it a million times, but I am happy. We're definitely obviously a lot better team on paper than we were last year, especially with Altuve. I think he's gonna be our cornerstone guy for the future of the Miami Marlins. And hopefully we can get him here until he retires. He can be a Marlin for life, and he's a very productive Marlin for life. That's my hope. We will see. You never know. Anyway, so let's just keep it on rolling here. Let's just finish up this Philadelphia series. It was kind of a very not good series. Getting walked off on is never fun, especially when you're playing yourself. And it really
Welcome to Inside the Show.
brutal.
Baseball
So
is
anyway,
back in April. Let's check out some of the results from yesterday. Looking
like
first
I
at
said
the
before,
NL East, the
catchers,
Miami Marlins swung
shortstops,
it well
and
with
left
15
fielders
hits in the
are
game as
really
they got the
guys
best of
I'm
the
going to
Phillies
be
in
looking
Citizens
for.
Bank Park, 7-6.
So let's go ahead.
The Mets
What I'm gonna
combined for
do is
10
I'm
hits
just
as a
gonna go
team
all
as they
catchers
stole a victory
all
in
the way
extra innings
across
over
the
the
board.
Nationals,
Obviously, I got a couple
3-1.
international guys.
Corey Dickerson grabbed 3 base knocks as the
So
Buccos took down the
with
Reds
him, I'm gonna go in the
6-3.
West or
The Milwaukee Brewers grabbed the win against the visiting
the West.
Royals,
So
3-1.
then we'll see
The
how many catchers we can
Diamondbacks
get.
sent 3 balls
Then
into the
eventually,
seats
same thing
as
with
they
the
pushed
infielders,
past the
trying to
Dodgers
get
at Chavez
shortstops.
Ravine,
So that's
6-5.
how I'm gonna do it.
Will Myers drove in an impressive 5 with 2 home runs as San Diego beat the Athletics 5-0.
But I'm sorry.
The Rockies knocked out 12 hits as a team as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco 4-2. The Minnesota Twins took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 3-2.
Right now.
The Yankees launched 3 home runs as they took down the Red Sox on the road 4-3. The Tigers hit 3 long balls as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 5-3. The Mariners totaled 13 hits as a team as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 5-3. The Toronto Blue Jays went deep 4 times as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 10-4.
In terms of
the win was their 6th straight as a team.
Lefties,
the White Sox combined to allow only 4 hits as they stole the victory in extra innings over the Astros 2-1. That's all for today's show. See you back here tomorrow. Have a great day.
Between these two guys right here, because if you look at his numbers last year, 357, and for at-bats, I mean, obviously he had a really good year. So keep an eye on it, and we'll keep going. First home game of the year, we take a W against the Nationals. JT Realmuto is no longer injured, so that is good. He is also someone, behind the plate. A couple more years.
Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Starting out in the NL West, the Arizona Diamondbacks defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 4-3. The
Double-A injury in the rotation.
Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Starting off in the National League East, the Marlins swiped 5 bags as a team as they bested the visiting Nats 2-0.
Don't really want to waste time.
Ozzie Albies was clutch at the plate with 3 RBI.
I think he can be an impact guy pretty quick here. I'm hoping to have him up by this year, but we will see. So, one of our pitchers goes down.
The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Miami Marlins finished off a 2-game sweep as they bested the visiting Nats 3-2. Heading into the day, the Marlins are atop the National League East division, and the Nationals are 4th in the division. Asdrubal Cabrera had 3 hits in the contest, leading the Metropolitans past the Braves 4-3.
So
entering the day's action, the Mets sit in 3rd place in the National League East division, while the Braves are 4th in the division. The Diamondbacks grabbed 13 hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 8-4. At the start of the day, the Diamondbacks are in 3rd place in the NL West, while the Phillies sit atop the NL East. The Cardinals combined for a 4-hitter as they ran over the Reds 8-1. In the standings, the Reds are in 4th place in the NL Central, and the Cardinals are 3rd in the division. The Chicago Cubs grabbed the 4-game series sweep as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 6-4. That now makes 8 straight wins for the team. Heading into the day, the Brewers sit in last place in the National League Central Division, and the Cubs are atop the division.
Go ahead and give
the San Francisco Giants had 12 hits as a team as they defeated the Pirates at PNC Park 3-2. As of right now, the Pirates are in 2nd place in the NL Central, and the Giants sit in 1st place in the National League West Division. The Friars bested the visiting Rockies 4-3. As of today, the Padres are in last place in the NL West, while the Rockies are 2nd in the division. The Boston Red Sox pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they took down the visiting Blue Jays 1-0.
Got some scouts available, looks like. So let's take a look at who we found. We got a guy in the West.
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Starting off in the National League East, the Philadelphia Phillies took down the Fish in Miami 5-4.
65.
The Atlanta Braves bested the visiting Nats 5-4.
The scouting report.
The New York Mets combined for.
Got another guy available.
Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. Looking first at the NL East, the Miami Marlins allowed only 5.
Wow, we got absolutely pumped right there by the Phillies. Tyler Clippard's definitely
Hello there,
struggling.
baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Wednesday. Starting off in the National League East, the Phillies put up 16 hits on the day as they manhandled the Marlins 15-1.
So I'm definitely trying to get this
The Braves
guy
totaled
like
11 hits as they bested the visiting Nats 6-3. The Mets held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 2-0. The Pittsburgh Pirates walked off against the Reds in extra innings 2-1.
As soon as possible, but
the St. Louis Cardinals put together 10 total hits as they got the best of the Brewers at home 5-4. The Dodgers racked up 11 hits as a team as they got a road win against Arizona 6-4. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim knocked out 12 hits as a team as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 5-2. The win was their 6th in a row. The Giants allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 4-3. The Blue Jays finished off a 3-game sweep as they beat the visiting Rays 9-1.
Righties. Caleb Smith's first start of the year. We'll take the W, 7-6. Got a couple scouts again. Go ahead and look at catchers again. Enrique
Happy
Calderon.
Saturday morning to you. Here's the news and results from Friday. Starting off in the National League East, the Marlins got 12 hits in this one as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 7-6. The Yanks smacked 15 team hits as they got the best of the visiting Mets 15-3. They now have 5 straight wins. The Atlanta Braves pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they got the best of the Brewers at home 3-2. The Nationals got 11 hits overall as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 8-6. The Philadelphia Phillies picked up 14 hits in total as they beat the Cardinals on the road 12-2. The Pirates bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 1-0.
I don't like
the San Francisco Giants hit 3 long balls as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 7-4. It was their 5th straight victory. The Padres relief pitcher, number 32, collected his...
Then we got right, left.
It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the D-backs combined to give up just 5 hits as they took down the Fish in Miami 4-1. The New York Yankees allowed only 5 hits in the game as they got the best of the visiting Mets 3-2. They now have 6 straight victories. Freddie Peralta got the win, throwing 8 shutout innings as the Brewers took down Atlanta 5-0. The Washington Nationals tossed a combined 1-hitter as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 4-0. Brian McCann launched 2 home runs and added 5 RBIs to his total, helping lead the Phillies to a victory over the Cardinals 11-7. The Cubs totaled 11 hits as they sank the visiting Buccos 7-3. The Colorado Rockies totaled 13 hits as a team as they dismantled the Giants 11-2. The San Diego Padres grabbed 13 hits in the game as they embarrassed the Dodgers 6-0. The Toronto Blue Jays combined to allow only 4 hits as they beat the O's in Baltimore 4-1.
That's just what I think.
The Rays halted their 6-game losing streak as they beat the White Sox on the South Side 6-5.
So these guys,
the Red Sox knocked out 10 hits as a team as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland.
They both keep up on the way that they're going. Okay, so I'm basically all done. I found all the catchers I can find.
Welcome to this edition of Inside the Show. There will be 42s everywhere today in honor of the barrier-breaking Jackie Robinson. Before we get there, though, here's what happened yesterday. Starting off in the National League East, the Arizona Diamondbacks combined for 10 hits as a team as they took down the Fish in Miami 6-2. Entering the day's action, the Marlins are in 2nd place in the NL East, while the Diamondbacks are in 4th place in the NL West. The Yankees completed a 3-game series sweep as they got the best of the visiting Mets 6-4. The win was their 7th in a row. Heading into the day, the Yankees are in 2nd place in the AL East, and the Mets are in 3rd place in the NL East. The Milwaukee Brewers allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 4-0. At the start of the day, the Braves sit in 3rd place in the National League East Division, while the Brewers are in last place in the NL Central. The Cincinnati...
Jeez. I think it's definitely the bullpen or something. We're going to activate him. I'm going to give Caleb Smith. I probably got 26 guys, yep.
Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, Harleen Garcia collected win number 3 this year as the Marlins got the best of the Nats, 4-3. The Boston Red Sox completed a short 2-game sweep as they beat the Braves in walk-off fashion, 9-8.
Brent, we were both doing,
the win was their 5th straight as a team. The Phils knocked out 10 hits as a team as they got the best of the visiting Mets, 6-1. Anthony Rizzo was a major force at the plate, driving in 4 as the Cubs got past the Reds, 6-2.
Really got good numbers.
The Diamondbacks had 12 hits as a team as they grabbed an extra innings win over the Brewers, 5-4. The Cardinals broke up their 5-game losing skid as they plundered the Pirates, 8-1. The Los Angeles Dodgers sent 3 balls into the seats as they bested the visiting Rockies, 8-3. The Padres knocked out 12 hits as a team as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco, 8-7. Aaron Judge was clutch with the bat in his hands, driving in 5 runs on 3 hits as the Yankees handled the Mariners, 7-2. The Detroit Tigers combined for 10 hits as a team as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg, 6-3. The Cleveland Indians took down the visiting Blue Jays, 4-2. The Royals took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd, 4-3. Zach Cozart drove home 3 runs as the Angels got the win over Minnesota, 6-5. Sean Manaea got his 3rd win this season, leading the A's to the win over Texas, 8-4. The Houston Astros got 12 hits in this one as they took down the visiting Orioles, 7-6. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the game.
Smith taking on Gio Gonzalez gets the W. Compost is no longer hurt. Might leave him up for the time being as a
TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Brewers took care of the Mets at Citi Field, 3-2.
Can't really pass up.
The Nationals racked up 11 hits as a team as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park, 5-3. The Atlanta Braves got past the Reds in Cincinnati, 2-1. The San Diego Padres amassed 14 hits in the game as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco, 6-3. The Tampa Bay Rays picked up, 19 hits in this one as they got the win, crushing the Red Sox, 10-3.
So we got right.
The Indians launched 3 home runs as they took down the visiting Blue Jays, 4-2. The Oakland Athletics completed the long 4-game sweep as they were winners over the visiting Rangers, 3-2. Chris Davis had an outstanding day, driving in 5 on 3 hits as the Orioles grabbed the victory over the Astros, 14-2. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games.
921, 1,000, 819. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move Real Muto up. That way everyone else gets kind of pushed back down a little bit. I'm going to move Brinson in front of Diedrich just to get that right, left, basically. And then Rojas still at the bottom. Hopefully that can kind of give us a little spark. We're not really having any, our bullpen is kind of making things hard for us. So we're going to try and just make up for that. Gotta get creative sometimes.
Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Looking first at
a blue chip shortstop. Gets swept. Not good. It's a Derek Diedrich.
It's Monday morning, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Rockies brought out the rooms in a 3-game sweep as they beat the visiting Marlins 9-3. In the standings, the Rockies are atop the NL West, and the Marlins are in 3rd place in the NL East. Noah Syndergaard earned the 3rd W of his season, helping the Mets get the best of the Brewers, 4-2. Entering the day's action, the Mets sit in 3rd place in the National League East Division, and the Brewers sit in last place in the National League Central Division. The Washington Nationals earned the 4-game series sweep as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park, 3-1. As of today, the Phillies sit in 1st place in the National League East Division, while the Nationals are 2nd in the division. The Reds pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they took down the visiting Braves 4-2. At the start of the day, the Reds sit in 4th place in the National League Central Division. And the Braves...
There we go. Get a win. Eric Lauer, lefty. So what we did is put Escobar there.
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Starting off in the National League East, Randall Grichuk was a clutch performer at the dish with 4 RBIs as the Marlins downed the Padres 4-3. The Chicago Cubs allowed only 5 hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 4-2. The Braves combined to give up just 5 hits as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 2-1. The Arizona Diamondbacks got 11 hits overall as they got the victory in extra innings against the Dodgers 6-4. The Chicago White Sox hit 3 long balls as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 12-10. The Red Sox allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 7-3. The Twins sent 3 balls into the seats as they grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics 7-5. The Angels bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 2-0. The Astros combined for a 4-hitter as they got the win in a laugher against the Rangers 7-1. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all season long.
A good leap from last year. Campos still pitching pretty well. Only got really 1 start though. And Urina's pitching pretty well as well. We just gotta get going. Alright. Give me some short.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Wednesday. Starting off in the National League East, the Miami Marlins totaled 13 hits as a team as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 9-4. The Giants picked up 14 hits in total as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 7-3. The Cubbies defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 3-2. The Pittsburgh Pirates bested the visiting Nats 3-1. The
So got left, right.
Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the San Francisco Giants earned the 3-game series sweep as they manhandled the Mets 8-1. The Cubs racked up 11 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 6-2. The Pirates tallied 5 home runs overall as they bested the visiting Nats 8-5. The Milwaukee Brewers put together 10 total hits as they bested the visiting Indians 6-5. The St. Louis Cardinals grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 2-0. The Kansas City Royals had 12 hits as a team as they took down the Red Sox on the road 5-4. The Rays totaled 11 hits as they took down the visiting Orioles 9-4. The Blue Jays amassed 14 hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Yankees 8-3. The A's beat the White Sox on the south side 3-1. The Minnesota Twins picked up 14 hits in total as they cruised to the win against the Tigers 10-4. And that's what's going on around baseball heading into today's action. Join us again tomorrow for more updates from around Major League Baseball.
Cabrera still pitching very well. Maven already cold. Rojas not pitching well. Owings struggling. And there's no one I can bring up. No one. You gotta stick it through. Play Escobar and he's getting on base so you can clip. I'll tell you that.
Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Looking first at the NL East, the Giants knocked out 12 hits as a team as they manhandled the Marlins 9-0. They now have 5 straight wins. The Diamondbacks got 18 hits as they pulverized the Braves 11-2. Noah Syndergaard won his 4th game thus far, helping the Mets get by the Phillies 1-0. Justin Turner launched 3 solo home runs, leading the Dodgers to victory over Washington 15-2. The Brewers combined for 10 hits as a team as they sank the visiting Buccos 7-2. The Cardinals grabbed 13 hits in.
There we go. We get a win. We get another win. We just got to get on a run here.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Looking first at the NL East, the Marlins held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they stomped the Brewers 7-1. The New York Mets went deep 4 times as
All right, so let's take a look at the standings. As of right now,
Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Brew Crew swatted 4 home runs in this one as they took down the Fish in Miami 7-3. The Atlanta Braves broke up their 5-game losing skid as they got the best of the visiting Mets 9-1. The Nationals knocked out 10 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 4-3.
Pitching, we are 15.
The Cincinnati Reds put up 16 hits on the day as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 13-5.
Speed 5th.
The Twins swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they defeated the Pirates at PNC
pretty
Park
good.
10-8.
Like I said,
the Arizona Diamondbacks hit 3 long balls as they beat the Cardinals on the road 9-7.
Starting to enter that phase.
The Dodgers got 11 hits overall as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 5-2. The win was their 6th straight as a team.
We just gotta get
the Rockies amassed 14 hits in the game as they dismantled the Giants 9-3.
At all.
The Orioles defeated the visiting Tigers 5-4. The White Sox took down the visiting Mariners 5-3.
Like I said, I don't want to rush
the Cleveland Indians allowed only 5 hits in the game as they pummeled the Yankees 7-1. The Royals racked up 11 hits as a team as they defeated the Rays in extra innings 3-2.
But like I
Zach
said,
Cozart plated 5 on the day with 2 big flies, helping lead the Angels to the victory over Oakland 6-2. The Texas Rangers combined to give up just 5 hits as they beat the visiting Red Sox 4-3. It was their 5th straight victory. The Toronto Blue Jays totaled 11 hits as they got a win over the Astros in Houston 9-4. And that's what's happening around the baseball world heading into today. Join us again tomorrow for the latest from around Major League Baseball.
Give Owens a shot up at the top of the order. See if he can get something going. 9-21 for the Brewers. And of course then we lose to them after I say that. Of course we almost get swept by them.
TGIF and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, Zach Davies collected win number 3 this year as the Brewers got the best of Miami 3-1. Alan Buznitz had his first victory of the year, helping Philadelphia dispose of the Nationals 4-3. The Colorado Rockies put together 10 total hits as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco 4-3. The Kansas City Royals pounded out.
Matt Olson comes back. Center fielder.
It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Miami Marlins smacked 15 team hits as they got the best of the visiting Mets 7-2.
Decent arm strength.
Sean Kelly collected his first W this season as the Nationals pushed past the Diamondbacks 2-1. Nick Pivetta collected win number 2 on the year, helping the Phillies get past the Padres 3-2. He is currently among the NL leaders in earned run average. The Braves totaled 13 hits as a team as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 7-4. Domingo Tapia earned his first career big league win on the mound, helping lead Cincinnati to a win over the Brewers 7-4. The St. Louis Cardinals grabbed 13 hits in the game as they defeated the Pirates at PNC Park 8-3. The Los Angeles Dodgers pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they bested the visiting Rockies 2-1. They continue to win as they now have 9 straight.
Taking on Kershaw.
It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, Jose Urena won his first game of the season, leading Miami past the Mets 4-1. Heading into the day, the Marlins are in 3rd place in the NL East. while the Mets are fourth in the division. The Washington Nationals completed a 3-game series sweep as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 6-2. As of right now, the Nationals sit in second place in the National League East Division, and the Diamondbacks sit in fourth place in the National League West. Eric Lowry got his second W of the season as the Padres got by the Phillies 4-1. As of today, the Phillies are atop the National League East Division, and the Padres...
Drop one to Kershaw. Escobar will be out 1 or 2 weeks. That's okay.
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Starting off in the National League East, the Dodgers got 11 hits overall as they beat the visiting Marlins 7-4. The Mets swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they bested the visiting Padres 10-3. The Washington Nationals racked up 11 hits as a team as they secured the win in extra innings against the Cubs 6-5. The Atlanta Braves went deep 4 times as they got the win in extra innings over the Cardinals 5-3. The Royals combined for a 4-hitter as they plundered the Pirates 7-0. Edwin Diaz grabbed his second win of the year, helping lead the Mariners to the victory over the Indians 3-2. The Rangers allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they destroyed the Angels 9-1.
Like I said,
that's all for today's show. See you back here tomorrow. Have a great day.
Settling for less. You're either going to get it together and be good, or you're just going to be gone, or you're going to get called down. So, sorry, but that's just how I'm going to operate it. Dodgers are off to a good start.
Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. Looking first at the NL East, the Miami Marlins stole 5 bases in total as they pushed past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine 6-5. The New York Yankees picked up 14 hits in total as they knocked out the Fightin' Phils 9-1. Noah Syndergaard grabbed win number 6 on the year as the Mets were winners against the Padres 4-3. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins.
For on-base percentage.
Albert Almora plated 3 runs on the day as the Cubs defeated the Nats 6-5. He is currently among the doubles leaders in the National League. The Braves combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the Cardinals on the road 5-4. The Chicago White Sox had 12 hits as a team as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 5-0. Nick King was untouchable on the mound, crafting an amazing no-hit performance as Pittsburgh took care. Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Wednesday. Starting off in the National League East, the Marlins totaled 11 hits as they pushed past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine 2-1. The Yankees finished off a 2-game sweep as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 5-4. Jerry's Familia got win number 1 on the year as the Mets were winners against the Padres 2-1. The Nationals launched 3 home runs as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 6-2. Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, Nick Whitgren had his first victory of the year, helping the Fish get past the Giants 4-2. The Atlanta Braves knocked out 10 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 5-4. The Padres smacked 15 team hits as they grabbed the extra innings win over the Mets 8-6. The Diamondbacks stopped their 6-game losing streak as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 6-3. The Rockies got 12 hits in this one as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 6-5. Happy Saturday morning to you. Here's the news and results from Friday. Starting off in the National League East, the Miami Marlins hit 3 long balls as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco 11-7. The Braves sent 3 balls into the seats as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 4-1. The Washington Nationals pitched well, allowing only 3 hits. Hello there, baseball fans, and welcome to a Mother's Day edition of Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the San Francisco Giants allowed only 5 hits in the game as they beat the visiting Marlins 1-0.
Christian Temple.
The Philadelphia Phillies combined to allow only 4 hits as they pulverized the Braves 10-0. The Nats put together 10 total hits as they manhandled the Mets 10-3. Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Starting in the National League West, Kenta Maeda grabbed the victory, his 4th of the year, leading the Dodgers over the Diamondbacks 3-1. The Cubbies snapped their 5-game losing streak as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 4-2. Jackie Bradley Jr. drove in 3, helping Cincinnati get a victory over the Giants 5-4. The Baltimore Orioles totaled 11 hits as they got the victory in extras against the Angels 5-4. The White Sox knocked out 12 hits as a team as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 4-2. The Tigers got 11 hits overall as they defeated the visiting Yankees 6-1. The Texas Rangers hit 3 long balls as they got a win over the Astros in Houston 9-5. And that'll do it for today. Enjoy the games, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Then he'll get his shot. I mean, he really doesn't have anyone to replace right now, and that's kind of the problem, but we'll see. See where he's at in terms of the top prospects. Number 1 prospect in the game. There we go. Man, the Mets had like every single guy, or someone did. Nationals, Braves. Anyway. So we got Escobar back. He's not hurt anymore.
Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Marlins racked up 11 hits as a team as they beat the visiting Red Sox 4-2. The New York Mets combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 4-2. The Atlanta Braves totaled 11 hits as they secured the win in extras against the Rockies 3-2. Tim Collins got his 2nd W of the season, helping Washington get by the Rays 2-1. Aaron Nola fell short of the shutout but pitched into the 9th inning, not allowing any runs, helping lead the Phillies to a victory over the Cardinals 4-0. Brent Suter grabbed his 2nd win of the year as the Brewers downed the Twins 2-0. The win was their 5th straight as a team. The Los Angeles Dodgers completed a short 2-game sweep as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 2-1. The Chicago Cubs allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they made short work of the Padres 8-2. The Giants knocked out 10 hits as a team as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 8-3. Tanner Roark TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Braves swatted 4 home runs in this one as they toppled the Rockies 6-0. Odubel Herrera was fantastic at the plate, collecting 5 hits as the Cardinals defeated the Phillies 18-7. He is currently among the NL leaders in batting average. Chad Kuhl collected win number 2 on the year, leading the Buccos past the Mets 4-1. The Dodgers grabbed 13 hits in the game as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 7-3. The Arizona Diamondbacks held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they secured a win in extra innings over the Padres 1-0. Avisail Garcia had Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Starting off in the National League East, the Colorado Rockies picked up 14 hits in total as they took down the Fish in Miami 12-7. The Nationals totaled 13 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Giants 8-3. The Atlanta Braves launched 3 home runs as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 5-3. The Pittsburgh Pirates pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they got the best of the visiting Mets 4-1. The Cubs racked up 11 hits as a team as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 10-0.
in center field.
The Los Angeles Dodgers had 12 hits as a team as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 6-5. Eric Hosmer collected a total of 4 driven in as the Padres bested the Diamondbacks 7-2.
Didn't go all too bad.
Jeffrey Marte grabbed 3 runs driven in as the Angels got past the
left, right, left.
It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, Ian Desmond totaled 4 hits overall on the day as the Rockies defeated Miami 5-4. At the start of the day, the Marlins sit in 3rd place in the National League East Division, and the Rockies sit in 2nd place in the National League West Division. The San Francisco Giants put up 16 hits on the day as they took down the Nationals in Washington 6-3. In the standings, the Nationals are in 1st place in the NL East, while the Giants sit in 3rd place in the National League West Division. The Phillies pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they took down the visiting Braves 6-1. Heading into the day, the Phillies are in 2nd place in the NL East, while the Braves are 4th in the division. The Buccos completed the long 4-game sweep as they got the best of the visiting Mets 6-5. They now have 5 straight wins. Entering the day's action, the Pirates sit in 2nd place in the National League Central, and the Mets are in last place in the NL East. The Chicago Cubs combined for a 4-hitter as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 2-1. Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events.
We're just losing. Ball game after ball game. Shouldn't be, but we are.
Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. Starting off in the National League East, the Dodgers grabbed 13 hits in the game as they took down the Fish in Miami 5-3. They are on a roll with 8 straight victories. The Washington Nationals sent 3 balls into the seats as they nabbed an extra innings win over the Braves 7-6. Todd Frazier launched 2 home runs and added 5 RBIs to his total, helping the Mets get by the Phillies 10-7.
That's not bad.
The Chicago Cubs tossed a combined 1-hitter as they got the best of the Brewers at home 3-0. Andrew McCutchen swung the bat well with 3 hits, leading San Francisco over Cincinnati 4-2. His modest hitting streak was also extended to 5 straight games. The Detroit Tigers
1-10 against Chris Shaw.
Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. In the National League Central, the Reds combined to allow only 4 hits as they bested the visiting Nats 1-0.
Look for another.
The Cubs brought out the Rooms in a 3-game sweep as they got the best of the Brewers at home 4-1. Miguel Castro collected his first W this season, leading the O's to victory over the Yankees 3-2. The Tampa Bay Rays amassed 14 hits in the game as they sent their crowd home happy after a walk-off win against the Astros 9-8. The White Sox relief pitcher, number 33, got his 2nd W of the season, leading the White Sox to victory over the Rangers 4-2. Byron Buxton drove in an impressive 5 with 2 home runs, leading Minnesota to a win over Toronto 10-9. He is currently in the top 5 in the AL in triples.
I'm hoping
Jose Alvarez grabbed his 2nd win of the year, helping lead the Angels to the victory over Oakland 1-0.
we got to beat Sean Newcomb. I mean, he's 0 for on the year.
Happy Saturday morning to you. Here's the news and results from Friday. Starting off in the National League East, the Braves combined to give up just 5 hits as they beat the visiting Marlins 4-3. The Orioles allowed only 5 hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 6-2. The Rays allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 7-1.
Gotta do that.
The Nationals put up 16 hits on the day as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 7-2. The Brewers snapped their 7-game losing streak as they sank the visiting Buccos 3-2.
He decreased that much.
The San Diego Padres pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they beat the Cardinals on the road 5-3.
200 bats last year for me, and somehow they brought down his overall. Don't know why. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I just thought that was pretty dumb.
Welcome, everyone, to this Memorial Day edition of Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Miami Marlins put together 10 total hits as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 4-2. At the start of the day, the Braves are in 4th place in the NL East, while the Marlins are 3rd in the division. The Baltimore Orioles finished off a 3-game sweep as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 5-3. As of today, the Orioles sit in 2nd place in the American League East Division, and the Phillies sit in 2nd place in the National League.
Draft is coming up. Once the draft comes up, guys, we can start playing. I'm looking forward to it.
Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, Jose Urena got his 3rd win this season, helping the Marlins dispose of the Blue Jays 4-3. Jeremy Hellickson twirled 8 shutout innings before turning it over to the bullpen as the Nationals disposed of the Phillies 3-0. The Rockies only allowed 2 hits in the game as they got the best of the visiting Mets 4-2. Good Thursday morning to you, Show Nation. Let's jump right into Wednesday's baseball action. Looking first at the NL East, the Marlins got 11 hits overall as they got the extra inning victory over the Blue Jays 5-4. The Philadelphia Phillies snapped their 5-game losing streak as they bested the visiting Nats 8-3. The Mets halted their 6-game losing streak as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 10-2. The Los Angeles Dodgers hit 3 long balls as they pulverized the Braves 8-2. The Cincinnati Reds completed a 3-game series sweep as they sank the visiting Buccos 2-1. The Milwaukee Brewers pitched well, allowing only...
Travis Jankowski breaks his arm or something. Out for a month.
TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, Derek Dietrich had 3 hits and drove in 3, helping the Marlins take care of the Phillies 6-5.
Well,
Miles Mikolas earned the win, his 4th this season, as the Cards took down the Nationals 2-1. The New York Mets combined for 4 total home runs as they toppled the Rockies 6-0. The Atlanta Braves combined to give up just 5 hits as they got the victory in extra innings against the Dodgers 5-3. The Brewers put up 16 hits on the day as they plundered the Pirates 10-1. The Blue Jays held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they beat the visiting Red Sox 6-3. The Houston Astros got 12 hits in this one as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 7-6. The Royals relief pitcher, number 35, collected win number 2 on the year as Kansas City disposed of the Chi Sox 4-3. Tyler Skaggs won his 4th game thus far, helping lead the Angels to the win over the Yankees 3-0. Chris Davis had a day to remember with 3 home runs totaling 5 RBIs as Oakland took down. Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Looking first at the NL East, Aaron Nola earned the 3rd W of his season, leading Philadelphia to victory over the Marlins 4-2. The Cardinals combined for 10 hits as a team as they took down the Nationals in Washington 3-2. The Padres put up 16 hits on the day as they got the best of the visiting Mets 5-4. The Braves tallied 5 home runs overall as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco 9-4. The Pittsburgh Pirates launched 3 home runs as they got the best of the Brewers at home 8-5. The Diamondbacks pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they bested the visiting Rockies 6-1.
So we basically went
John Lester was victorious for the 5th time this season, helping the Cubs down the Dodgers 5-4. The Boston Red Sox knocked out 10 hits as a team as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 4-3. The Tampa Bay Rays grabbed 13 hits in the game as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 6-2. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim combined for a 4-hitter as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 4-0. The Chicago White Sox allowed only 5 hits in the game as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 2-0. The Minnesota Twins totaled 11 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 8-6. The Oakland Athletics put together 10 total hits as they defeated the visiting Yankees 5-4. Jake Diekman grabbed his 4th victory out of the pen as the Rangers took down the Orioles 7-5. The Seattle Mariners went deep 4 times as they got a win over the Astros in Houston 7-5. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
So we definitely need another outfielder. Mesa. You know, Oswaldo's hitting 10 bombs. Can't really beat that. Draft. We got the draft in 3 days. Hoping to have a very good draft. 27 and 33. Hopefully get some last minute looks on some guys.
The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East.
Draft's a day away.
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Starting out in the NL West, the Phillies knocked out 12 hits as a team as they pushed past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine 5-4. Will Myers was a one-man highlight reel with 3 home runs and 5 RBIs, helping the Padres get the win over the Giants 11-4. Tim Beckham blasted 2 home runs and picked up 3 RBIs in the process as the Tigers were victorious over the Astros 5-3. And that's what's going on around baseball heading into today's action. Join us again tomorrow for more updates from around Major League Baseball.
Left-handers, I'd like Brinson to get at bats just because he's a better matchup. Yeah, no one is just... I mean, I bring up guys in the bullpen, they just don't do well. Severino will get his shot this year. I mean, even Barclow down in... I mean, I'll call him up because I'm an idiot. I hope he turns it around, though. Let's see. So here we go. So we got something wrong with one of the... I mean, it's definitely a good problem to have. Everyone doing good. I don't know what to do here. I guess we just gotta send him down. I guess that's what we're gonna do. Alright, so let's go to the draft. We've got the 8th pick in the draft. No one picked my shortstop. So let's go pick my shortstop. Christian Temple. 21-year-old. 65 overall. 80 potential. Power. Well above average power. Above average contact, both right and left. Elite fielding. Elite arm strength. Elite stealing. Elite speed. but well above average reaction. This guy is going to be the shortstop of the future. Finally got my shortstop. Been looking for him the entire day while I've been doing this, so I'm sorry. But we got him. So, on top of that, really all across the board, we need guys. Could get another shortstop, more of a contact guy. Maybe look for some guys who can play other positions too. So let's go back to these shortstops. He's 50. But I mean, he's an 80 potential. You can't beat that. Also get Morris Biles. "20-year-old closing pitcher should be available pretty soon." I'm really thinking that this draft is going to be a good draft for us. At least I'm hoping so. I really don't think there's any 80s left. Got a reliever, got a starter. I'll take a flyer on that guy. It's probably not going to pan out. Every time I take a guess and take someone I've never scouted, it usually does not pan out. Go ahead and take the third baseman because I know it's a sure bet. I'm excited to look at these results. Probably more excited than I was last year. Christian Temple, 89 potential. Oh, he's literally right there. Right at a 90. Chris Salas, 52 overall, 88 potential. A little bit more of a project. Morris Biles, 82, 54. Still good. Johnny Shirley, 74 overall, 85 potential. He's already 20 years old at a 74. Very good pick. Garrett Bolich, 67 for 77, 21. And Leo Mortero from Missouri, 73 potential, 47. So that's it. There's our draft. I mean, I'm happy with it. Obviously, those last two picks, especially the last pick, could have been better, but anytime you get an 89 potential guy that's already 72 overall at 21 years old, I mean, you can't complain about it. So, pretty happy with it. Get some shortstops for the future, and hopefully build our team even more. So, that's it. Now you guys get to see some action, which I'm sure you're dying for. I'll probably play in the Yankees just because I really don't play.
Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL Central, the Pirates sent 3 balls into the seats as they took down the visiting Braves 6-0. The St. Louis Cardinals picked up 14 hits in total as they manhandled the Mets 10-1. The Chicago Cubs hit 3 long balls as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 4-1. The Colorado Rockies brought out the rooms in a 3-game sweep as they grabbed an extra innings win over the Brewers 2-1. The O's finished off a 3-game sweep as they bested the visiting Indians 3-1. They now have 5 straight wins. The A's amassed 14 hits in the game as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 12-3. The Toronto Blue Jays got 18 hits as they destroyed the Rays 12-6.
I mean,
Byron Buxton plated 4 total with 3 home runs, leading Minnesota past the Royals 8-2. He is currently in the top 5 in the American League in slugging percentage. Andrew Heaney grabbed the victory, his 4th of the year, helping lead the Angels over Detroit 3-1. It was their 7th straight victory. The Rangers picked up 14 hits in total as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 5-3. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games.
I like Knievel. He's under team control. I like it. Of course. Where is he? Of course you take Brian Anderson. Oh. I mean, that takes care of our third base need. Huh. I'm not giving you Matt Olson. Damn it. Fuck it. So there we go. I made that trade. I'm sure you heard me talking to myself. So the biggest thing is the bullpen. I get to take care of the bullpen. I can move Knievel to his role as a closer. Or even put... I could put Hader there. Hell. Get his career started as a closer. So Hader's my closer now. On top of that, I get a third baseman in Travis Shaw, who's controllable for the next 3 years, who I get to put in as third baseman. Boom. There goes my third base problem for the next 3 years. On top of that, I get Orlando Arcia, an 80 overall shortstop for the next 4 years as a bridge for the guy I just took. I can go ahead and basically get rid of Yunel Escobar. Oh, I could get a lot for him. Boom. I don't know how I feel about that, actually. I mean, anytime you see an A, you get excited, and then you look at the ratings, and then it just doesn't make sense sometimes. There's my catching prospect. So now we have 92 guys. Just go ahead and leave Brian Diaz down for now. Unless, you know what? Just move up to AAA. Or AA. Now we're at 90. Still have 27 guys. What the hell? Tomas Delis. $70, $74. 120.4. 120.6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shit. So we got 23 players. You know what? I don't care. You guys can figure it out.
Happy Saturday morning to you. Here's the news and results from Friday. Starting off in the National League East, the San Diego Padres amassed 14 hits in the game as they manhandled the Marlins 11-3. It was their 7th win in a row. In other Marlins news, the organization has struck a deal. They'll acquire third baseman Travis Shaw, shortstop Orlando Arcia, and closer Josh Hader from the Milwaukee Brewers. And in return, they'll send third baseman Brian Anderson and two other players.
Here we go now.
Pat Neshek got the W and now has 5 this year as the Braves took care of the Dodgers 2-1. The Washington Nationals combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the visiting Red Sox 5-3. The Reds smacked 15 team hits as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 12-6. The Rockies had 12 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 7-3. Jacob Nottingham added 3 RBIs to his total, leading the Cubbies to a win over the Pirates 10-3. The Brewers' second baseman, number 13, was fantastic at the plate, collecting 5 hits, helping the Brewers down the Cardinals 8-7. The Giants broke up their 7-game losing skid as they got a road win against Arizona 6-2. Sergio Romo got his 2nd W of the season as the Pinstripes.
Okay, we have 2 left-handed DH.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Looking first at the NL East, Will Myers was a force at the plate, driving in 3 runs as the Friars beat Atlanta 6-5. The Cincinnati Reds totaled 13 hits as a team as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 5-3. Pedro Baez earned his first victory of the season as the Boys in Blue took down the Pirates 3-1. Evan Longoria had an outstanding 5 hits at the dish as the Giants disposed of the Brewers 10-9. The New York Yankees racked up 11 hits as a team as they beat the visiting Rays 8-2. The Blue Jays got 11 hits overall as they took down the visiting Orioles 9-8. Lucas Giolito grabbed win number 6 on the year, helping the White Sox dispose of the TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL East, the Padres finished off the 4-game sweep as they nabbed an extra innings win over the Braves, 4-3. Shelby Miller earned the win, his 4th this season, leading the Diamondbacks past the Mets, 7-4. The Dodgers combined to allow only 4 hits as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park, 2-1. Jeff Samardzija got the win, throwing 8 innings, allowing 1 earned run as the Giants grabbed one from the Nationals, 3-1. Eduardo Nunez had 2 long balls and 4 driven in, leading the Bo Sox to the win over the rival Yankees, 5-3. He is currently among the AL leaders in batting average. Danny Duffy got the win, his 6th so far this year, as the Royals got the victory over the Indians, 5-3. Yangervis Solarte was clutch at the plate with 3 RBIs, helping lead the
Right.
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Starting off in the National League East, the Pittsburgh Pirates knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field, 5-3. The D-backs allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they bested the visiting Nats, 4-2. The Atlanta Braves got 12 hits in this one as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park, 6-4. The Milwaukee Brewers allowed only 5 hits in the game as they ran over the Reds, 11-1. The Colorado Rockies grabbed 13 hits in the game as they beat the Cardinals on the road, 7-6. The Twins put together 10 total hits as they beat the White Sox on the south side, 5-1. The Mariners pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they took down the Tigers in Detroit, 2-0. Sonny Gray won his 4th game thus far as the Yankees disposed of the Rangers, 6-1. The San Francisco Giants held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they got a win over the Astros in Houston, 2-0. That's all for today's show. See you back here tomorrow. Have a great day. Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Toronto Blue Jays completed a 3-game series sweep as they took down the Fish in Miami 6-2. The Nationals sent 3 balls into the seats as they made it a laugher against the Diamondbacks 10-1. The Cubs halted their 6-game losing streak as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 4-3. Chad Kuhl collected win number 3 this year as the Buccos took down the Reds 4-1. It was their 5th straight victory. The Giants combined for a 4-hitter as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 3-1. The Los Angeles Dodgers totaled 13 hits as a team as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 7-3. The Red Sox hit 3 long balls as they dismantled the A's 11-3. The Baltimore Orioles combined for 10 hits as a team as they dethroned the Royals 8-0. Shohei Ohtani got the win number 7 thus far as the Angels got the win over Minnesota 4-3. The Astros picked up 14 hits in total as they beat the visiting Rays 7-2. And that'll do it for today. Enjoy the games and we'll talk to you tomorrow. It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Mets held their opponent to just 2 hits as they took down the Fish in Miami 2-0. Also from Miami, the club has made a trade and have acquired relief pitcher Matt Bowman and relief pitcher Luke Gregerson from the St. Louis Cardinals and will send back catcher Chad Wallach and 2 additional players. Heading into the day, the Marlins sit in 4th place in the National League East Division, while the Mets are at the bottom of the division. The Rockies combined to allow only 4 hits as they took down the Nationals in Washington 5-0. As of right now, the Nationals sit in 1st place in the National League East Division, while the Rockies are in 1st place in the NL West. The Blue Jays knocked out 10 hits as a team as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 6-4. In the standings, the Phillies are in 2nd place in the NL East, and the Blue Jays are in 3rd place in the AL East. The Arizona Diamondbacks put together 10 total hits as they took down the visiting Braves 5-2. As of today, the Diamondbacks are in 4th place in the NL West, and the Braves are in 3rd place in the NL East. The Chicago Cubs earned the 4-game series sweep as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 3-2. Heading into the day, the Cubs are in 1st place in the NL Central, while the Cardinals are 3rd in the division. Adam Frazier had a home run and 3 RBIs as the Buccos took down the Reds 5-4. At the start of the day, the Reds are in 4th place in the NL Central, and the Pirates are 2nd in the division. Freddie Peralta earned the victory, which was his 10th on the year, helping lead the Brewers past the Giants 4-3. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. Entering the day's action, the Brewers are in last place in the NL Central, and the Giants are in 3rd place in the NL West. Carter Capps grabbed his 2nd win of the year as San Diego beat the Dodgers 3-1. In the standings, the Padres are in last place in the NL West, while the Dodgers are 2nd in the division. David Price got the win and now has 150 on his career, leading the Bo Sox to the win over the rival Yankees 4-1. He currently has the most shutouts among pitchers in the American League. Heading into the day, the Yankees are in 2nd place in the AL East, while the Red Sox are 4th in the division. The Oakland Athletics earned the 3-game series sweep as they beat the O's in Baltimore 6-1. At the start of the day, the Orioles sit in 1st place in the American League Eastern Division, and the Athletics are in 2nd place in the AL West. The White Sox got 18 hits as they pounded the Indians 12-2. As of today, the White Sox...
No, fucking goddamn it.
Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Looking first at...
Did not want to do that. Well, I guess that gives me an excuse to pitch.
Good Thursday morning to you, Show Nation. Let's jump right into Wednesday's baseball action. Starting off in the National League East, Austin Jackson had 3 hits on the day as the Giants took down the Braves 4-3. The Washington Nationals knocked out 12 hits as a team as they stomped the Brewers 9-0. The Boston Red Sox held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they grabbed the extra innings win over the Mets 2-1. Rhys Hoskins needed only a triple to hit for the cycle as the Phillies disposed of the Cubs 5-4. The Cincinnati Reds finished off a 2-game sweep as they defeated the visiting Tigers 4-2. Corey Dickerson had an outstanding day
with Cotton. I pitched with Yona before, who basically has his same mechanics and whatnot, but I do really enjoy pitching at the stadium, Citi Field, and whatever. So we're gonna put a dip in. We're gonna call it good. We're at 34-45. Should definitely be doing a lot fucking better. So we got everything squared away. We got the bullpen. We kind of got another bridge with Cotton, another young arm, someone who can kind of pull back Cabrera.
MLB The Show has baseball on tap from lovely Citi Field in Flushing, Queens. Tonight, the 2nd of 4 between the Miami Marlins and the New York Mets. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Tyson Ross, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into the start.
Obviously having a great first half up into this
point.
point.
Keep traffic off the bases. Keep the walks down. Try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, what I need to see out of this offense today is some early production. Somebody's got to get on base and put the defense on their
good hustle, gets a double.
Recently, they're not swinging the bats well. They got shut out yesterday, and this offense needs to adjust itself.
Now that is the way you want to start a game on the road. He comes out swinging and stands at second as the first base runner of the night. Now we'll see if his teammates can pick him up and if they can punch first.
I'll bring up guy we just acquired, Travis Shaw.
Travis Shaw, to show you what he did in May versus what he's done so far at the.
Where's Brantley?
Played in June.
Third?
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit hard on the ground at first.
That'll get done.
Loves it, and it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here. Here's Michael Brantley, who carries the 8th best batting average in the National League entering play. From the stretch. Down the left field line and deep. Calhoun on the move, and they can't run it down. Here's the 0-1 from Ross. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1.
As a veteran pitcher, he knows if he's going to have success in this one, he's got to establish that pitch in, get those guys to respect it, and open up that outer half of the plate.
Up high, 2-1 now. The 2-1 home. Line drive to center field. And a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third.
Boy, after scoring a boatload yesterday, Dero, they're off to a fast start again, striking here in the first inning.
Yeah, this offense is on fire. Obviously, the hit meeting resonated with these.
There we go.
A ton yesterday.
Jump out to an early
right
lead.
Where they left off.
Stepping in now, Rendell Gritcher. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Gritcher, a 6'1" right-handed swinger and thrower. This is the first year of his new 4-year contract.
And I can't tell you what that means for a ball player. To be able to know you're going to make your home for many years to come in one community. You can invest in the team, invest in the community, and really, really plant down roots. This is an unbelievable opportunity. That's a grind pitch right there. Fastball in off.
Olsen's hitting 284.
And this batter's able to fight and keep his hands inside this baseball and drive it for a knock. Impressive.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. Bruce back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. Stepping in, Lewis
man,
and the Marlins looking for more in the game's opening frame.
The ball was laced.
Here comes the first pitch. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Now the 0-1. And, oh, this one's by him to the backstop. And they almost get him at third, but he's just able to get back in safely. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Softly hit out to short. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Marlins forced to settle for 1. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Marlins lead it 1-0.
Jarrell Cotton taking the mound.
Jarrell Cotton
93 innings, 85 hits, 131 whip, 37 strikeouts, 59.
Here's a guy that numbers can be a little bit deceiving. He has a whip in the 1.3 area and above range. a little higher than league average. He's been a little bit inconsistent, one good game, one bad game, but don't let that whip fool you. This guy's a much better pitcher than that, and if he brings his A game, he could be awfully tough in this one.
Gavin Cecchini next. As you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they were finally able to snap that long losing streak last time out. A rare bright spot in what's been a horribly difficult stretch.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of things trending in the right direction for this team. They won their last game, they scored a bunch of runs, and let's see if they continue that today.
Bases are empty, one man in. Grounded up the first baseline. Olsen fields it cleanly, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first. Next up from New York, George Springer, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Fastball in there for a called strike. 2 out, nobody on. Fastball right over the outside corner. So 2 pitches in a row on the outside corner for strikes. You think he stays out there?
I think he does. One thing you don't want to do, though, Matt, it's not a good idea to throw the same hitter, the same pitch 3 times in a row, back to back to back, but I think he might throw it here. I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the way pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
The 2-2 one more time. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Calling for it, Richard. And that ends the inning. Up next from Miami, Orlando Arcia, and he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And it's gone as they add still another.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
In now, Darrell Cotton, as he looks at a fastball. And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Dominic Smith. Set to lead off the home half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Under it now is Brantley, and he has it for the first out. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And stepping in the dangerous left-handed hitter, Jay Bruce. And that's dead center for strike 1.
That pitch was right down the heart of the plate, but obviously this guy had made up his mind on the on-deck circle. He was taken all away, and he was going to zone him up.
Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Brinson. 2 down. Stepping up now, Willie Calhoun. Try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. High in the air down the right field line. Richard has it in his tracks. He makes the play, and that'll end. And that brings. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a high fastball for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. But it bends just foul into the second deck. Fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. And as you can see, he has been slumping offensively. First pitch is a slider called for a strike. The 0-1 delivery. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Skied into straightaway right. Moving under it, Grichuk. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away. Next up from New York, Tyson Ross. This guy is still looking at a 0 in the hit column. In there, no balls and a strike. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff. He's got 2 quick outs, and now he's
got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Down. Digging. Ready for another chance as Asdrubal Cabrera set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. Throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Inside as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. 1-2, here it comes. And here's a swing and a miss from Cabrera as he's set down on strikes, and there's one away. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gavin Cecchini. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Popped him up. Olsen trying to get there. Just foul. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now. Cecchini, also known as Cheech. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
Classic strikeout pitch right there on 0-2. It's the one we know he loves going to, but great recognition to lay off in that spot.
Oh, don't know how you lay off that one, but he did, and it's 2-2. Into the windup, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Down the first baseline. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Here's George Springer. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now here's the pitch. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. No runs, no hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2.
Boy, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended.
Looking at a fastball to end the inning. Here's next for the Mets, Dominic Smith leads off from the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Hard hit ball to second. Altuve fields it cleanly. And a rather easy first out. Here's Jay Bruce now. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
If you're going to catch up to a high fastball like that, it's all about getting that front foot down in enough time to allow your hands to start moving forward. He was way too late there.
Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. Digging in to try it again, Willie Calhoun. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
All bets are off for the offense right now. This guy's got a low pitch count. He's attacking the zone. They have to get more aggressive. This guy's not going anywhere.
Behind 0-2 now. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. He comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called. And the inning is over. Ready for another shot. Into the box now, Michael Franco.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Stays alive, still 0-2. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. A little bouncer, but it gets fouled. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Riding in once again, Travis d'Arnaud. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. Leaves a slider right over the middle. d'Arnaud, 30 years of age. He was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Fouled off. The next 0-2. Sharp slider taken low for a ball. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Popped him up. Olsen is over now, and he's got it for route number 2. Number 16 will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Liner toward right center. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Mets. So he's aboard here on the 2-out single, but overall, this is one of the weaker offenses. And here's the former prize Dodger prospect, Willie Calhoun. And he'll start out the bottom of the 8th inning.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Strike 2 as he swings and misses at a ball in the dirt.
Really deceptive changeup there. Very well executed. It looks like it just sort of dies when it gets close to the plate.
And he fouls this one off. The next 0-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
No runs, just one hit, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. And he pops it up back behind second base. Catch made there by Altuve, and there are 2 gone now. Digging in once again, Travis d'Arnaud. His lifetime numbers against Gregerson. He's gone 3 for 8. He's taken him deep once. The windup and the 0-1. And a whiff at a good slider that time.
Hey guys, that's just a nasty pitch right there. I can't tell you how many nightmares I've had about nasty sliders, and that's exactly what that was right there.
Count is 1-2 now. The 1-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
And it's fouled away. Here he comes again, 1-2. Missed with a slider.
He's going to have to make adjustment on that slider away. He can't just make it a non-competitive pitch and allow these guys to take. He's got to start.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. The 7 train making its stops just outside Citi Field as we welcome you back inside for the remaining.
Number 62. Now playing third base for batting in number 21. Pinch from Miami. Number 19.
Here's Todd Frazier now, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count. At least for their own stats, you can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Smoke on the ground up the middle, and that's through for a hit. So it's a leadoff single that kicks off their half of the 9th.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came.
First pitch of the at-bat. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. One 1-0 pitch on the way. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's in there. Base hit.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue.
Gavin Cecchini next, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Ready with the 0-1. Change up in for a strike. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Ready once again, George Springer. It was a walk in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat. Grounded down the third baseline. This is foul for the first strike. The 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. So here's the cleanup hitter, Dominic Smith, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. He's set, and the pitch. Fouled away. Set to deliver the 0-1. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
That was a good swing right there. Might be the best one he's had all night because he was right on it.
And this is in the air to right, and this should do it. Catch is made, and the Marlins have taken the first 2 games of this series on the road as this one is over. An 8-0 shutout this evening. Miami wrap up their